Does Ilia Topuria have the best back-to-back wins in the history of the UFC? I mean, KOing Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway back-to-back in the same year is about as good as it gets. Those guys are probably both top 10 fighters of all time. But there are two other guys who come to mind in this conversation. One would be Islam Makhachev with his back-to-back wins of submitting Charles Oliveira and then beating Alexander Volkanovski. The one caveat here would be some people thought Volkanovski won. I didn't. I had Makhachev winning, but regardless, it went to decision, and Volkanovski wasn't even in his real weight class. So the Volkanovski win was arguably less impressive than Topuria's Volkanovski win, and I'd also say Max Holloway is probably higher on the GOAT list than Charles Oliveira is as well. Then the other guy who comes to mind, who a lot of people might forget about, is Henry Cejudo had back-to-back wins of Demetrius Johnson and TJ Dillashaw. That is arguably the greatest flyweight of all time and the greatest bantamweight of all time in back-to-back wins. Now this one also has a caveat because TJ Dillashaw dropped down to 125, had that terrible weight cut, and he probably wasn't at his peak performance level. Regardless, this is still one of the greatest back-to-back wins of all time. But the